Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, 100%. What I think is going to be interesting, though, about the 2022 trials, or they don't call it trials, they call it champs, um, is that because even no, maybe not just at USA's, but like internationally as well, there's no top dog kind of. I mean, we kind of feel like we know who the top dogs are, like, but like we're like,
Yeah.
oh, we can say it's between Curly and DeGrasse, but like there's going to be like 5 to 7 names that
Yeah.
you can argue I could see that person winning, which is going to make the
Yeah.
championship season that much more entertaining because it's not going to be like Bolt versus everyone else, you know, and
You
not
talking
and it's not
internationally, or you talking about just in the U.S.?
both internationally and in U.S. U.S.
Okay.
has its handful, and then internationally throw in DeGrasse, Jacobs, a few others. Right. I'm just excited because normally when there's a lot of parity, that
Yeah.
it means sometimes that the field isn't that good because there's no great athlete to kind of separate
Yeah.
from the field. But this isn't the situation where there's no great athletes to separate from the field. It's just that we have a handful of great athletes now where you can see DeGrasse beating Lyles. You can see Lyles beating Bednarik. You can see Curly beating DeGrasse. You can see Bednarik beating Curly. You know, you could just see all this guy beating that guy, but also losing to that guy. You have it's like 8-way rock paper scissors shoot, right? Where you could have so many different combinations of who wins and who loses in order.
But don't you think some of this will get sorted out in the early part of the season next year outdoors?
What do you mean by sorted out? Like someone's going to look a lot better than another?
Yeah, someone will rise, and then there'll be a couple people who just look flat or are hurt, and then that number will dwindle. I don't want to throw cold water on it. I like your idea. I like the 8-way rock paper scissors. It got me thinking about my own strategy, rock paper scissors, because my son's really into playing it, and he's got a winning record against me. But I don't. The law of track tells me that someone will because just take this past year. Who was the favorite in the 100 going into trials?
Bromell.
Yeah, and that wasn't right close, right? We all thought Bromell would win. Who was the favorite in the 2 going into trials?
I mean, Lyles. I said it was
Right.
Kenny B, but it was Lyles.
Right, but that was a little closer. 400, it was Norman on the men's side. Um, so, but maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe all those people that I mentioned, since they're clearly not, they're not going to go unchallenged now. The chances of somebody rising to that level in the early part of the season is pretty low because we have memory of 2021, and we're not going to discount any of the people that we've seen shine this year. So perhaps you're onto something. Who do you say right now? Let's redo this real quick. Men's 100 US favorite to win at USA's next year. Who's your favorite? In this scenario, Curly runs every event. Let's put him in every event. The sprint events.
But not like tired from all the events. He's just
No, not tired.
eligible
Just
to run it.
in
Yeah.
a vacuum. In a vacuum, he's you can pick from anybody. Who's the 100 favorite?
I think you have to do Curly.
Who's the 200 favorite?
That's harder. That's a lot harder. I guess I mean, I want to say Kenny B, but I probably should say Noah Lyles.
Okay,
And at the same
400.
time, I'm like, this whole time, maybe it's just Curly. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that one, I, you know what? I don't want to have a favorite. Can we just not have favorite? I mean, there's times when there's co-favorites, right?
No, that's
Like
fine. I'm just saying right now, if you had to pick about what it's going to look like next year, and then the 400, would you go Cherry or Norman or the
Cherry. I'll do
field,
Cherry definitely
basically?
over Norman. I'll do Cherry
Okay.
over Norman. Yeah, I guess it would be Cherry, Lyles, and Curly would be the 3 favorites. But all I could definitely parlay those 3 and all of them lose. You know, so
Yeah, you could see
because
it. You could
you
see a
see
crazy combination.
Bromell, Kenny B, Curly, whatever. So
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Christina Boma won. It was north of 22 seconds, but she cruised, and then Faith Kipyegon had her victory 3 3/4 laps there and ran north of like 402, I believe, for Faith Kipyegon there. Boma. Not much else to say about Mboma. Just been completely dominant post Olympics. Beats Toulouse by by 6 tenths there. Saini of Niger was third, 23.3. Do you want to move on to you? You looked at some. What you got the standards already for 2022?